Good morning, Seneca Valley. Miss Beecraft here. This is our last lesson for the IB projects. Number 10, we're going to talk about your final report. So today we're going to review the final steps for submitting your project and explain the final report requirements. And again, this is our last SEL together for these IB projects. So you should have turned in, due yesterday, Tuesday, February 20th, your product slide. So you don't actually turn your product in, the physical product that you made or the digital one. You create a slide that highlights your learning goal and has pictures of your product. If you have, it is a digital one, it's a video or it's a website, you can link it into the slide. I'd love to take a look at your actual products. But this is how you share that you completed your IB project, the learner project, the MYP personal project, and that's how you submit it. So that's the first thing you have to submit in order to earn SSL credit or that 0.5 credit for 10th graders. Then our last step is to really take all of your documents that you've worked on, your planning of your process, and reflect on your experience. And so this is going to look a little bit different for 10th graders for the personal project versus 9th, 11th, and 12th for the IB Learner project. 10th graders, your grades on your assessment on your final report will be submitted to IB. And so there's specific requirements and a rubric that IB uses. So that's why it looks a little bit different. So the whole goal of the report is to tell the story of your project from beginning to end. And so at this point, you've been working to get that final goal, your learning goal and your product goal. That should be done. Your assignments in the Canvas classroom, as well as your own records of the process, your handbook, if you have them on paper, those assignments will help you tell your story. If you missed an assignment, so if you didn't do one, if you're missing it, do not go back at this point and do the assignment. You can just do it as part of your final report. Okay, so we're really going to draw on everything that you've done to this point to make your final report and then add some reflection. But again, if you're missing something you didn't do in a certain assignment along the way, don't go back at this point and do it. You certainly can if you're feeling stuck and you need help on it, but you can also just do it in your final report. So we had 3 stages for our project, and these same 3 stages are how your final report will be graded. So we're looking at your planning, we're looking at your applying skills, and we're looking at your reflecting. And so your planning was most of your documents in your handbook and Canvas, the brainstorming, the project proposal, the research, success criteria, and your action plan. And you'll notice they're all named A because they follow under this objective A, planning. So in your final report, you'll see an objective A, and you will pull pieces. You can just copy and paste from all of these assignments or take pictures of your written handbook and put them in your final report. For B, that's your applying skills. So this is going towards our ATL, looking at what skills we've applied for both our learning goal and for our product. And that should be your ATL journal. Look like this. You could either do that again digitally or in your handbook, and you need 2 to 4 reflections. You must have one reflection on a skill you use to meet your learning goal and 1 reflection on a skill you use to meet your product, but you certainly could have more to have really an exemplary report. And then the last piece you haven't done yet, this is the reflection. So this will be new for everybody, and you'll type this directly into your final report. But you're talking about the reflection of the impact of your project and then evaluating your project. So grading your own project against those success criteria that you wrote. And that looks like the Google slide that you already did and that final report. And throughout your whole report, it will ask for evidence. So you have to include your process and then show me evidence of that process or evidence of that application of an ATL skill or that reflection. And so this is actual student evidence from Seneca Valley from our projects last year. And so it can look a lot of different ways. It might be a screenshot, it might be an actual photo that you're putting in of your different pieces. As you moved along your process, you'll see a calendar there showing their action planning part and how they were using their time management skills. So you will need evidence, and you'll put that directly in your report. And I will note everywhere that you've got to include evidence to support your explanations. And so your IB Learner project report looks like that. Your MYP personal, those are both in Canvas. You will submit these digitally. So these cannot be in paper. They must be digitally. You'll work on them in Canvas and submit them there. And the rest of advisory, you are working on your final reports. There are exemplars of both like A++ examples of both reports are in Canvas, so you can check those out. If you want a hard copy of your report, just to see the template and brainstorm, there's one in your handbook. These are due by March 8th. That is a hard deadline. For the MYP reports after March 8th, I have to grade them, and we grade them as a school to make sure we're being fair. I submit all the scores to IB, and we submit a sample of your actual reports to make sure that we are grading accurately. So that deadline's a firm deadline. 10th graders, look in your email. I will be inviting you to workshops to help you finish your reports because they're a little bit more extensive. So I'll walk you through. Those workshops will be in the Library Media Center from period 6 through 8. You'll be assigned a date. You'll come, we'll finish that report in one sitting and make sure that you're successful. And so look into your email and also give your teachers passes for those invites to those workshops. And for both projects, you must complete the Google slide and the report with academic honesty in order to receive credit, either the SSL hours or for 10th graders, SSL hours, and that elective credit for MYP Research Seminar. It's been lovely spending so much time with you guys this year. Again, if you ever have questions or you ever need anything in the future, please let me know. My office is on the 3rd floor, right across from the Lit and Lang department office. And also don't forget about those ATL workshops. So if you need some help with your time management or studying skills for your IB exams or AP exams or note taking, we have ATL workshops, and I'll put that slide in here for your teachers. Please sign up. We're happy to help. Have a great day, guys.